No boy. No boy.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The edited version of the video that you just saw is of a group of men that decide that they want to take some sorts of joyride, endangering the lives of themselves, pedestrians on the road, and other motorists. Like the saying goes, it is all joy and fun until somebody gets hurt, somebody DIES, and some people end up in the big yard, justifiably so. What this speaks, it speaks volume of the mentality of a lot of people that are driving vehicles on the road. They are all for self. It speaks volume about this new TikTok, social media, new wave, new age mentality in Jamaica, these young youth that are doing everything for the gram. It is all about excitement. Safety is the least of the priority. It is all about people seeing, people laughing, and people, you hear the people in the background. Instead of persons being astonished and shocked of what they are seeing, they are cheering it along. It speaks volume about the follow-back mentality. It speaks volume that if these people don't care about their lives, this is why we see so many people losing their life, because if you don't have any sorts of care about your life, do you think that you are going to care about the lives of anybody else? This shows you the follow-back mentality, meaning that somebody can get you, go in a vehicle with them while they go on the road and act like a mad bat maniac out of hell while you are sitting on the windowsill of that car. You trust that person so much. And we have to ask ourselves, how is it that people like these are even able to go on the road, register a car, much less have some sorts of driver's license? Where is the po-po when you need them? People, Jamaica really gone to the dogs. So when we see in excess of 400 to 500 people losing their life, this is yet a next perfect example. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about that soldier, Private Danville, that lost his life in a Denham town. A lot of persons are saying, then hold on a minute, it seems as if it was nothing but privates around monitoring the place. It seems as if the JDF got desperate and threw these youths to the wolves, not intentionally. However, whenever you put any sorts of inexperienced persons on the ground for monitor the place, a whole lot of stuff can go wrong. It is a recipe for disaster. Now we've seen all types of video with persons saying that this youth is jovial, he's a people person, he was all over the place. I am going to let you see a video with what happens on a daily basis with this youth in that same place and why it might have led to his DEATH. You will see him interacting with all sorts of young lady. Take a listen, take a look to this video, and people, I will have to alter the audio for copyright reason because of YouTube's policy. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece. Now people, you see the video, and people, this is my disclaimer. This is a young youth, so therefore, in his natural instincts, he is going to be sociable. However, whenever you are on the battlefield, the priority is that you have your brothers in arms back, and they have your back. Paramount importance is that you get back home after your shift, and you live to come back and do it once again. However, what we see is that you have a bunch of inexperienced youths that are out there with all sorts of tall rifle. these gunmen, these criminals, they are licking their chops because they must say to themselves, then hold on a minute. Are them little young hands here, I go come monitor this place. Them can't stop nothing because they are lost and dazed themselves because of inexperience. This is what happens when you go in a place as a soldier and you plan for pose like 666 for the Instagram. You might draw double blank, and that is exactly what happened. This youth lost his life because he was ill prepared. He was not ready for the battlefield. This is a new social media type of soldiers. These are not soldiers for the battlefield, because if they were, he would not have lost his life just like this. And like me say, people, in pretty much DEAD under controversial, there is no source of ballistics that came back and said, yes, this was inflicted by the enemy. It could have been inflicted by friendly FIRE, even though it does not change any sorts of stuff. If you're in battle as a soldier or a popo, even if your people them take you away, the person that you were after, they are also responsible for your DEATH, because without them initiating any sorts of criminal activities, this would not have happened. So people, like I said, that incident that took place in a Denham town might have been through negligence. However, I am going to let you hear a young man that just went through the process explain everything in intricate details, why what happened might have happened and can happen again if the JDF does not change its policy to better suit them having an advantageous situation in volatile communities. Take a listen, take a look.
Alright, so I tried to do a video earlier and then mute it because they don't want me telling you the truth. But I'm telling you the truth about JDF. You see, the new recruit them want to say come and roll down the things, say them a soldier, them are not soldier. Them a JNSC. Alright? Meaning Jamaica National Service Corps. So Andrew when is coming with that program there. So how it's supposed to go? Them supposed to be a JNSC under training for 1 year. After the 1 year program finished, them supposed to transit to JDF. However, the batch before intake 2001, 143 in total JNSC them sent home for various reasons. Speculations are that them not pass them BFST and stuff, so them send them home. Question, Andrew, when you send home so much intake, so much recruit from each intake, you send them home, right? They are trained. If them not get job at King Alarm or Archive or Guardsman, we expect them to do. After them bad up so much civilian a road, for defend for them thing, feel like them have to go turn gangster. And I don't want to speculate, but I feel like say at the same set of man them I turn on gun pan soldier and police, because look at it this way. They already know that the JNSC them don't advance for a full shootout, right? So of course with that knowledge, feel like them are gonna take on security forces, especially the JNSC. Realize that nobody not afraid of soldier again, because they realize that who are coming road they are not soldiers. They are all JNSC. I'm gonna implore I must say condolence to the family of the deceased JNSC who passed away tragically.
Now people, I don't know this young man from Adams. Don't know if what he's saying is facts. He seems to know what he is saying. He sounds sure, so therefore I am going to assume that he went through the process, know the process, cannot validate or verify whatever he is saying. There's a saying that goes something like this: he who fails to prepare, prepares to fail. Whenever you are a soldier or a popo on the battlefield, failure is not an option. Failure could equate to DEATH. And that is exactly what happens as it pertains to the case of Private Damville. Hopefully, the JCF, the JDF will use sleep and mark DEATH, or use this youth's DEATH, and wise up, like them say. A wise man learns from his mistake. A wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. Point blank and period.
I couldn't care lick him so.
Now the next thing that is popping in the news, the voice in that video that you hear because of YouTube's policy, I cannot show it, is of a man that it is said to have been knocked down, lit down by some sorts of vehicle in a Manchester that was going at not speed, 1,000,000 miles per hour. You hear the people must say, based on how the man look, no sorts of clothes look like them lick him out of him clothes, or it look like somebody fling him out there naked. Don't really know the circumstances. However, what I could see is that it looked like it was damages from some sorts of speeding impact, as in a vehicle. One of the foot gone. One of the hand looked like it partially severed. The whole of the belly bust out. The whole of the head bust up. The whole of the body split from the top go down to the bottom, people. Whatever lick him look like some sorts of 18-wheeler. So you hear the people must say, I must a madman this. I couldn't vehicle lick him so. Because there was no sorts of clothing and the body was severely damaged. This is the picture that I saw. Hopefully it is actually him. It kind of looks like him. The face, like me say, everything mash up. But there was some sorts of similarity. So therefore, if you miss a family member and the family member looks anything like this, your family member more than likely is not going to come back home. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is of an incident that allegedly took place in a place called Sandy Bay, in which it seems as if a group of po went in some sorts of bar, order some sorts of liquor at the time when they are supposed to pay. They claim that the liquor is too expensive. Don't know if they were under the J-Ray and nephew. However, what transpired after that, you're not going to believe it. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Now, about 3 weeks ago, it is alleged that some policemen in Sandy Bay, Hanover, they beat a young lady, kick her in her belly, allegedly use a stool to beat the young lady. And in her face she get licked, and her head all over her body. And all of this allegedly happened over a buckler, Johnny Walker, which the police them were of the view that that liquor was too expensive at the bar that the young lady was operating. And an argument developed between the policemen and the lady, which resulted in she being severely beaten. Now, I know it sounds strange because the Gleaner published this story. And when I read the comments that persons were saying, it's like they were wondering what really could go like this. But to make matters worse, the lady said she go up by the police station at Sandy Bay to report what happened. And the police jeep with the police officers who beat her already, driving at the station. And one of the policemen come out of the jeep and run her out of the station yard in a Sandy Bay, you know, and kick her at her belly in the station. And the lady left the station and go Lucy headquarters, go report it. Yes, she was given a receipt at Lucy. Now it is almost 3 weeks and none of them police never charge this lady for any crime at all. And I make this point to say that it don't make any sense them come now to come charge the lady again, because a lot of times what we see happening is that after persons realize that a citizen who has been abused has made a report to Indicom or iProbe, then you find that the police in particular will come and try to arrest and charge that individual for resisting arrest and assault the police. And most times those charges, they come about in order for the police to try and defend themselves.
Now, people, this is my disclaimer before I proceed. I heard about the incident, however, I did not really follow it up. But if what this man is saying is true, and people, there is no sort of reason for us to disbelieve this, because we've seen it over and over. Whenever the popo are wrong, even in cases of DEATH, their squaddy will back them 100%. So therefore, the person that was the victim is going to be victimized once again. And even when you go to the popo station and make a report, which whenever you are a victim and make any sort of report at any police station, that report is to be taken. People cannot be backing up their squaddy and not thinking or listening to the views of the victim. But people, like me say, this is not an isolated incident. This is more the norm rather than the exception in Jamaica. And it's sad to see, especially when a group of officers allegedly abuse somebody for their own thing because they felt as if they were not supposed to pay. And people like me say, a lot of these popo, they are freeloaders, they are licky. So therefore, whenever anything don't go their way, they might want to be licky, as in clotting you. Point blank and period.
I tell you, hold on, one more that in the dog. One more pan radio if you want, brother. Sure.
Now, people, the edited version of the video that you just listened to, the audio actually, because of YouTube's policy, I cannot show anything that shows any sort of violence or people head pretty much splash out. This pie up was said to have taken place on Reddy's Road, an ex-taximan. And what is ironic, while it was being videotaped, the song that was playing, it said, these were the words of the song. Father, please don't make them catch me slipping without my Glock and take me out. That man was taken out, as sad as it sounds. Now, people, if you know anything about Reddy's Road and taximen, these taximen are being severely extorted. So therefore, you have one set of gang over here, so one the taximan PM, and then the next set of gang over here, so one the taximan PM. So therefore, if these demands are not met, then you are going to meet your maker, whether that is the man up above or the devil down in hell. People, it is sad that you cannot do business in Jamaica. You cannot go out and work as a taximan or any other legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen without being under siege of these criminal elements. It is only a pity that the law, the relevant authority, don't take them out as quickly as they are leeching on these people, the citizens of Jamaica. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.